All right. So this recipe is Arnold's family recipe. And if you guys know me, I'm vegetarian. So this is as it's what you can do is if you're are prefer vegetarian options, you can use the same curry recipe, but use either tofu or paneer and add that into the recipe, like instead of the chicken, substitute that. So here's the list of ingredients, and I try to be mindful. Marie had said, "Hey, some of these things I, we don't know where to get them at sometimes." So I wanted to share where you can find it. This is based on a 2-pound chicken, so you need plum tomatoes, a medium-sized onion, a tablespoon of Madras garam masala, and again, this can be found. I showed you the picture here is small, but in if you Google Madras garam masala, you'll see it. It's and you can find it in any West Indian store. And in Florida, there's a lot of West Indian stores, so you can definitely find a lot of their. For you, Marie, in North Carolina, actually the Indian stores, like the Patel brothers, they carry this. And then you need 3 garlic cloves, a quarter spoon of mustard seeds. And again, this can be found in the Indian stores too. 5 cloves, about a half an inch length cinnamon stick, 1 bay leaf, and bay leaf you can find in any grocery stores. Then a 1 teaspoon crushed ginger, a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, 3 green whole cardamoms, 2 medium-sized potatoes, 2 dried chili pepper, and you can use fresh pepper. Again, it's the same amount and to your taste. A half a teaspoon of Kashmir chili powder, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of salt or add per your taste, and 2 pieces of star anise, 3 tablespoons of oil altogether. And then you'll also need some thyme. So there are 3 different types of thyme available. There's either the leaf thyme, which is the broadleaf one, and then there's the spring thyme, or there's the crushed thyme that you get in any stores. So, any questions about these ingredients?
No, none so far.
Later, I'll bring up my questions.
You got it. All right. So here's a photograph of the chop. He took a chicken basically and chopped it. It includes bone, and these are potatoes. Here is mustard seed. Then you have your Madras curry powder here. This one is the garam masala. This is the black pepper. This is the coriander powder. And then these are the tomatoes and crushed garlic. And then here's the onions. And then this basically tells you how you need to do it. Make sure you wash your chicken, chop it up, peel and wash and chop up the potatoes, and then dice the onions, tomatoes, and garlic. And then what you're doing is over a medium flame, and we're going to show you a video about this. So you add your 2 tablespoons of oil, add your onions, cook it until it's translucent, add your tomatoes and garlic. You can add the pepper here. Yeah, cover the pot and let it cook. Cook for about 5 minutes, remove and blend. So when you remove it, you want to keep it aside and let it cool before you blend it. Then you're going to blend it into a smooth paste or like a little sauce-like consistency and set it aside. In the same pot, you're going to take, you're going to take 1 tablespoon of oil, add cardamom, all your other spices, cardamom, bay leaf, cinnamon stick, cloves, star anise. Cook this for 1 to 2 minutes, then add your chopped chicken. Let that cook for 3 minutes or until half of the water is evaporated. Then you're going to add garam masala, Madras curry powder, coriander powder, potatoes, chili powder, salt, fresh ginger, thyme, mustard seed, and let that cook for another 5 minutes. Then you add the cup of water and the blended onions, tomatoes mix. Mix everything together, cover, and let it cook until the chicken is tender. taste, and I should have added here until the chicken is tender and the potatoes are cooked. Taste and add any salt and pepper as needed. So the total cooking time from prep to cooking should be about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the chicken. All right, let me show you the video. Let me stop first. Sorry, any questions before I go and show the video?
Good job.
All right, hold on. Let me share. Stop. Why you laugh so much? Why are you
If I-
laughing?
He's
I'm laughing because
getting
you're
hungry.
technical, how to present yourself or make a dish that you never really measure or demonstrate the cooking of the dish.
I think that's all of us on this platform. We cook with
Yeah,
from
Yep.
yeah, it's funny. We making that. I was laughing most of the time. I said, "Oops, there we go."
All right. Here we go. So let me. So this is the amateur hour of a video game, not the cook.
Yeah.
I know that measuring is hurting Arnold's heart. Who measures oil when they throw it in the pan, really?
No one.
I do it. All right, gonna tell you to do it on the recipe.
Yeah.
voila.
You see, he's like talking in a mute form, and I have to be over speaking him because of my loud voice.
Is that your video, Vib, that you guys made?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is our video we made. And as I said, the videoing is an amateur hour video here.
So did you had to edit it to pieces it for condense
Well,
it?
there are three. We had to, so we couldn't load it onto the computer from the phone. So we had to put it in three parts.
Okay, thank you.
It was a very long video. And we did pause in some places because, of course, cooking time is total, takes a while, and you don't want to just watch the same thing.
Right.
So Arnold, how old were you when you cooked this yourself the first time? What did you say?
12 years old.
12.
Oh, wow.
We
Wow.
learned to cook for 5 brothers and four and one sister. So we had to cook 1 day a week. Except my small brother, he didn't have to cook. Dad was a surveyor, so he's away most of the time. Mom's selling the market as a vendor. So every day one person is responsible for cooking.
Wow, that was a good thing.
Oh, well, she tell you that you learn to cook so you don't depend on your wife. That was the message.
Viv, one of the thing I want, the ingredients that I would never thought about, because I remember at work, I have a lot of Indian nurses we work with from different countries, India, Guyana, from the island. And I've always have that there's a unique taste when they make their curry, whatever it is. And I realized it, the cinnamon sticks, that tasting.
And nutmeg.
So that's a new unique. So that's a great new knowledge for me that I'm learning the different ingredients with different cultures in the.
Definitely.
Because I don't know if other Jamaicans use cinnamon, but this is a new experience. So thank you for this presentation about the different ingredients.
So that's the garlic and tomatoes, right? Garlic?
Yeah.
And so basically this is cooked for a while. I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit because we're gonna go to where he, as you can see, it's all cooked down. And oops, let me, right here, right? So this is where he's putting it aside for blending
Okay.
once it's cooked. And we can share the whole video if you guys want to see it, but I mean, as long as you follow the recipe, you should be.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you can adjust it while you're cooking.
So what kind of chilies were you using? I mean, chili peppers come in all different kinds. What?
This is the dry chili. It's the dry. You can either use the adobo chili, I think it's called, right? What is it? Arbo chili,
It's like a Mexican chili.
dry one. This one is Indian dry chilies, the red Indian dry chilies. So again, your taste of what kind of chili peppers you want to have.
If you have guys from the islands, you know they used to call a pepper called word pepper.
Yeah.
Bird. Yeah.
It's something like that.
Very.
In Jamaica, there's top bonnet that's used, so you can even use top bonnet here too.
Mm-hmm.
Bird pepper.
You ever eat word pepper?
Yeah, I know about pepper. We have that in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Very hot.
Yeah. I like, well, we cook spicy food. So you guys, like the Kashmir chili is more for flavor and it's hot, it's spicy. But if you want, you could eliminate some of the peppers.
That looks delicious.
By the way, when I cook chicken, I normally skin it. So I don't cook the skin with it.
We just need some roti now.
Oh, I can see that. They got dal puri and chicken curry. Ah, can't go wrong.
I think everybody else is making their curry while you're doing yours. They're so silent.
Yeah.
No, I'm observing. I'm looking because I love curry.
Woohoo.
This is where the trick of how much water to add, it depends on you. How you just want to make it into a soft consistency. So like be mindful of when you're adding the water. You don't want to make it too watery because you're gonna add more water to the chicken once you add that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, David asked me yesterday if I was going to make this today. And I said, well, I don't have all the ingredients. I've got a good number of them, but not all of them. But I guess I'm going to have to go shopping. It looks very good.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna stop here.
Here, they had a video with the
Yeah.
Amelizon said, me too. I love curry.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get
Yeah.
second video. Um, hold on. Where am I? Here. That one's up. So this is the
Can you tell me what is in this mixture?
That's tomato, onions.
that we sauteed earlier.
Ah, okay.
That's kind of give it a heavy base of when you have the masala and everything, you get that nice heavy base.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's some people use tomato sauce, tomato
Mhm.
paste,
Mm-hmm.
fresh tomato from the store.
Yeah.
See,
And Arnold also likes to have it cooked a little, right? The
Yeah.
chicken before he adds the sauce in.
Arnold likes to do what before the sauce?
yeah, I like to cook the chicken down a little, make sure that it's
Yeah, that is time. We call that French time in Jamaica.
Yeah.
French
French
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
They yeah, I just trying to figure out the name. I know it as broadleaf time. You put it in
Yeah,
pork.
some people call it that too.
Mhm.
Almost like that.
No.
Now in India, if we were cooking, we would add the mustard seed and the oil first and let the
Okay.
mustard seed cook. Just it's a little different from how Indians would be doing it.
I didn't really notice the volume of spices with the ingredient list, but seeing the volume of that curry powder, you can imagine this is pretty intense flavor.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't ventilate the house while cooking, the whole house will be smelling curry.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what
yes,
I
yes.
wanted to ask you a question.
Mhm.
At this point, when you're finished with the last ingredients, can you just stick it in the oven?
Yes, you can.
Because
They
I
put
do
those
that
things,
a
put it in
lot
the oven.
because of odors, with fish
Yeah.
and stuff.
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You got to make sure you put water, everything, put your salt, and
Yeah,
what you could do.
yeah. I even cook my rice and peas in the oven sometimes.
Yeah, you could do.
Beverly, I
You could
do
put it in the
too.
oven, but you need to check it and taste it for
Yeah,
your comfort.
thank you.
What was that last little green ingredient?
That's the
Thyme
thyme
leaves.
leaves. What he did was he took the two broad thyme leaves and he just chopped it up a little bit. So it's not the whole thyme.
We grow the thyme at home. We grow thyme, basil, peppers. They and I grow tomato, a few other things, because I make my own pasta sauce and pizza sauce.
Do you use the plum tomatoes or the other
Yes,
ones?
the
Okay,
plum tomato.
all right.
I find it not too bitter and
Yeah,
not
they're
too sweet.
sweeter.
And as you can notice, he hasn't added yet the potatoes or anything. Or the sauce. Right. Yeah. So now he's adding the paste to this. It's been cooked down.
That's 1 cup of water.
Is that warm water or?
No, it's water from the
Regular
Tap?
tap
tap
water.
water.
Okay.
What I did, I put it in the bowl to get all the, and I put it in. Now I'm add the potato. And the thing here is where I put some of the Kashmir chili on top.
Yeah, that's good. There are two Patel brothers in Chicagoland. One is in like the suburb, but one is in Chicago. So most of the spices, well, I would say all the spices that you mentioned can be
Yeah,
had
you can find
here.
everything.
There.
Yeah, I shop there a lot.
Here you don't have any West Indian store, but you do have a Jamaican restaurant. When I go to New York, I bring up most of these West Indian
Spices.
salads and spices that I need. Or I go up every 3-4 months, make a trip to bring those. Well, that is your curry right there. When that simmer down, chicken is
Yeah.
cooked. You
Wow.
got
There's an Asian grocery store in Cary. I cannot remember the name of it. I think there might even be two. They seem to be mostly Far East Asian, as opposed to South Asian. Do they have Indian and Guyanese kind of ingredients?
no.
No. So they're more in the Chinese, Korean, Asian.
Some of them do. Some Asian market do carry some Indian stuff, like naan, frozen naan, and this the other stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a Patel brothers in Cary. Would they carry the spices?
Yes.
Yeah. I would think so because that might be a same branch of like that one in Chicago. There are two
Yeah.
stores in really huge store. And if they don't have it, what I find, at least the one in Chicago, you can tell them and they will get it in. Yeah.
No, I'm definitely going to have to try this version because this looks a
Yeah.
lot like when we go to Indian restaurant, right? You know, this
Well,
looks,
Yes.
my family, them they are
yeah,
they're Indian individual. That's how they learn. They cook
yeah,
this curry, and it's temperament, but it's this here do have a different flavor. And the Indians use heavy cream and all the other stuff to put in here. We don't.
yeah.
Where you are from India. So if you're from the North India, so like Punjabi restaurants, North Indian, they use cream in their curries. If you're from the South India part, they don't use cream. They just use the masala similar to Arnold is cooking with no cream whatsoever. So it all depends what type of food you're having. If it's a South Indian curry versus North Indian curry.
Okay, got it. Got it.
And like now, you can put some cilantro top, just sprinkle it for some green onion, the scallions.
Yeah.
Put some of that on top.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, I agree with Peter. This looks like what I would proper type of curry I would have in an Indian restaurant because I know like in Trinidad we don't use like the cardamom and the cinnamon sticks and when I also saw the color of that paste, I'm like, oh my God, that's orange. You know,
Yeah, that's why I
what
asked
part
what
of
it
curry
was.
is that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but wow, thank you guys. This looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to
Yeah.
dive into this video and go
With
buy
some
some
I'm
french
roti
fries.
hungry.
skin and start chomping away.
Yeah.
I never eat breakfast, but I sure do want to eat this today. This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, great job. Thank you.
That's
And I get to
good.
see
Yeah.
Arnold. I get to see Arnold without a hat.
That's it. It's cooked.
It's ready. I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna go back to the video for, I mean, the slides for a minute.
Mhm.
Oh no, it's gone. Where's the curry?
Some nice basmati rice, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Peter, you're gonna do a dish and invite us of.
That's it
Oh,
there.
that looks good. Wow.
There's
Oh,
the roti.
Roti,
Is
this is
it's called
good.
dal
There you
puri.
go. That's my dish now.
Yeah.
So
And
did
this
you
is the
guys
onion
make
curry
that?
with the dal puri.
Did you guys make the dal puri?
Arnold
No,
makes it.
I make it, but sometimes it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It probably takes about 3 hours to make
wow.
That's okay. Let's get your address. We're heading up.
Hey, stop by. Give me a
A day notice.
give me a day notice. I'll prep stuff for the dal puri because you got to cook the dal, seasoning it, and put it because that's what you're gonna stuff the roti dough with,
Mhm.
and you get that seasoning dal in it inside.
That's true. You know,
Right.
we need to make a weekend trip up to Raleigh one of these days.
You're always
During summer.
Yes,
During
yes,
summer.
indeed.
During summer.
In summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put another request in for another cooking seminar
Yes.
to Vib and Arnold.
Yeah, they are the chef. What about the biryani?
How to do
Oh yeah, if you want. Oh, I make that too.
Oh, which
Oh.
one? Goat or chicken or what? Or
Anything
lamb?
you want. Anything
Okay.
you want.
the one.
All
So
right.
then,
Yeah,
so then the trip will have to be more than just a weekend then.
you know.
And
You know.
is
You
it the one
have different
the
food
dal
Yeah,
curry?
each day you can have different food.
No, when it comes to like a lot of Indian food, I love it. Love it, love
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
love
No,
it.
Indian food is awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Viv and Arnold is the one that you make with the green mango. What is that? The dal pot? What you call that?
Is
The
it
dal
the,
and what?
no, the green mango is that one that is sweet, or you're making a green mango curry itself?
Yeah, green mango. Well,
Because when I was growing up, we lived in a yard with some Indians, and they used to use the green mango. I remember they used to dry the green mangoes, and then they used to use it and make some type of dish. It was so delicious.
Dal and bath
Yeah,
is something
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
growing
about
up
it, to
with.
be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I like the chutney, the
Yeah,
mango
Oh.
chutney.
the chutneys a lot. with
Oh,
the
that-
green-
It's
that
all
one.
star.
I think they call it dal and something else, but it was amazing.
It probably is a green mango dal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sambar is a dal that we know we cook the dal in two different ways. You can either make it sambar, that's where you add vegetable to the dal, like tomato, eggplant,
Potato.
squash, potato, plus mango. So it's give it that little sour taste on the back end.
Yeah.
Just to go back to this recipe and the things to remember, just depending on the chicken, your cooking time will vary.
Yeah.
This one, it should be approximately 45 minutes, but it can be up to an hour. Don't be afraid of the seasoning. This is what makes your dish flavorful. And this is, as I mentioned, Arnold's cooking, a family style cooking style. So and if you use the seasoning like the garam masala and madras, I did add the ingredients, and individuals who are like, okay, I can't take pepper, just be mindful that these garam masalas do have chilies in them, as well as the madras curry powder that has the black pepper in it. So again, be mindful of your flavors, of what you can manage and handle. Something to just keep in mind as you're making your dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.